Morning, Vietnam. Unique, New York.
Oh, yeah, I got a new tongue twister for you towards the end of the show.
Okay. My name is a tongue twister for me. I actually have messed up my own last name.
How many times? Like often, frequently?
I mean, it just sounds weird when I say it.
Do you overpronounce the Ford? Like, what do you
Yes.
do?
I'm like Oxenford.
When it's more like Oxenford.
No, there's no Ferd in there. There's no E. It's O like the freaking truck. Ford. Oxenford.
But if that's what makes you feel weird, then why don't you just pronounce it like Oxenford?
But because it's right. I'm not going to mispronounce my own last name like that, but it's just like
It just rolls off the tongue better.
it's such a weird name. It's an odd last name anyway.
Yeah. Dude, you
Like
want to know what my name was before my ancestors came here?
you've told me before, but
Oh.
tell the people.
Oh, I guess we are recording. Jaroslawski. So at some point, when my kinfolk came from Poland to Canada, they couldn't pronounce Jaroslawski up there in Canada, so they just shortened it to Lasky. They had a lot of mispronunciation, so they just shortened it.
The first peoples was having trouble.
I suppose.
You're listening to another episode of Last Night's Coffee with Chuck and Jon.
Greetings, Earthlings, and locally hated public sub-assemblers. This is Last Night's Coffee, episode 163. I'm Chuck, that's John, and here we go.
We're a couple of professional podcasters today, man.
We both got headphones on. I've got a hair or something right there on my microphone muffler.
Yeah.
And it's driving me nuts.
Don't mind the sound, people. There it is. There it is. It was probably a beard hair.
It could be a beard hair.
You know what I mean? Like a hair and a biscuit, you know? Just
a
stuck.
hair and a biscuit. I had a biscuit for breakfast.
Anything on it?
Piece of chicken.
That's it?
So let me tell you a story.
Go right ahead.
I usually have chicken and waffles for breakfast in the mornings.
Almost every morning?
Almost every morning.
Really? Like Eggo waffles, or what are we talking about here?
It's the Eggo waffle, but it's the pre-cooked street style waffle.
Okay.
So it looks like the waffle you'd get at a restaurant if you went to like Chili's and got chicken and waffles.
Okay.
I ran out of waffles, and I had some of those frozen Mary B biscuits in the freezer. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yes.
And I cooked them, and it only rose that much.
Why?
And it didn't brown.
Why?
I don't know. I cooked it for the recommended time. And the bottom wasn't flat.
Mm.
It was more like a ball. And I didn't like it. It was the driest biscuit you ever had. I mean, there's Civil War soldiers coming out going, dang, man. I wouldn't eat that.
Just beating it on against their...
Yeah, I mean, you give it to a guy down in Andersonville, and he'd been like, I think I'll just eat some more mud today.
Oh, that's rough, man. That's rough. Yeah, mud and grass. That's what those guys were eating.
Yeah.
It was that bad a biscuit. Dude, those Sister Schubert biscuits are where it's at.
I'm going to have to try Sister Schubert.
Yeah, man. They're the ones that come in the little metal tin already.
Oh.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, they're the best rolls you'll ever have. But you can break it open and use it like a chicken mini. You know what I'm saying? Like you get from Chick-fil-A.
Chicken minis are highly underrated.
Highly underrated, man. Highly underrated, for sure.
Little
bit of honey on it or whatever they put.
Yeah. And then you drop that little dab of grape jelly.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Trust me, cleaning up after the kids, no problem for me, dude. When they don't eat all their chicken minis, Yeah, not a problem, dude. We knock them out. But yeah, we actually let's jump right into the weekend review, man. We actually went to Fancy Dancy Chick-fil-A this weekend. We went
Did
to
you really?
yeah, we checked out Truett's Luau. Have you ever heard of that
Okay.
place?
I have. I've drove past it many of the time.
Yeah. So it's like a Chick-fil-A with the Hawaiian theme, basically. It's
Yeah.
super cheesy. It is about as cheesy as it gets when you go inside. But while we were there, it's really, I got to tell this story. I was not planning on telling this, so forgive me. But
Okay.
while we were there, we're sitting there eating, right? And this couple walks in. One of the man clearly is Hawaiian. They're about me and Catherine's age. And the dude's clearly Hawaiian.
How do you know he was Hawaiian?
Okay.
Did he have on a Hawaiian shirt?
No, it's not like your monk.
Okay.
Where it's like easily, they don't all wear Hawaiian shirts. But no, he just definitely appeared to be of the Hawaiian descent. And so his girlfriend, wife, whatever she was with him. She was white. Her parents come walking in behind him. And it was almost like they were showing off this, this cheesy Hawaiian version. They were like, look how much it's like your homeland. Like it was that scenario being played out right in front of us. And it was hilarious. The guy was just like super uncomfortable. He was just like, I don't want to be here. He ordered like a regular old chicken sandwich. Like,
yeah, he was not impressed.
No, but of course I had to try the things that were different about this place, right? So I tried they have pineapple chicken tacos, spicy pineapple chicken tacos or something like that. They were okay. Nothing to rave about, nothing to write home about, you know. They were fine. It would have been better if they put a little more effort into it. They just chopped up like some of their grilled nuggets and threw it in there. And so they're just, you know, I don't know. Maybe if they put a little more effort into the chicken to make it slightly different. I don't know.
I mean, what did you expect?
I don't know. I don't know what I expected. I wanted to give it a shot. But anyway, I also tried the luau burger. So it's super plain looking when it gets to you. It's just the burger patty, cheese, bacon, and a slice of pineapple on the bottom.
I hate pineapple, by the way, but go ahead. So their idea, wait. So they're like, okay, you know what Hawaiians eat a lot of is pineapples.
You're getting
So
the gist.
that's like I can speak Spanish just by putting an O on the end of everything.
Yeah. You're totally getting it now. Yes, dude, that's exactly what it was. They put pineapple on anything and call it Hawaiian, right? And so the burger was surprisingly good. I'm not gonna lie, like surprisingly good. Shout out to them on the burger, but the rest, nothing really fancy. But they did have sweet potato fries, and my wife did really like those. I'm not a big sweet potato fan, but she liked them, so I'll throw that out.
Their burgers have always been, you know, they were a burger joint.
The Dwarf House or Truett's or something?
His original place was a burger joint, and they're like, I'm going to fry some chicken and put it on a bun.
Nice.
The story I've heard before was that there was some leftover chicken breast or something from Delta, and he bought them and fried them and put them on a bun.
Just found a way to use them.
Yeah.
That's fascinating, man. Some of the biggest industries in America have been built that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, what's it called? Like, like the cooking oils we use now, they were all like old industrial lubricants and stuff like that. And that's all just a byproduct of us figuring out what to do with all the seeds left over from all these plants that we were using for other purposes, right?
Right.
And so it's really fascinating. Some of the biggest industries have been built off of waste like that. You know what I mean? Like someone's just getting rid of their stuff. Someone else figures out a way to use it.
The Native Americans,
young warrior.
They used that they had a similar practice of using all of the buffalo.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's why it was such a travesty when the settlers came through and just massacred the buffaloes from every way they could, basically.
Well, it was a war tactic.
Sure, it was to starve them, right? That was the natives' main food source.
I'm still the older I get, the more disappointed I am in how we did the Native Americans.
Sure. And I get a lot of I catch a lot of flack for using that term "we" a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My wife always gets on to me. She's like, "We had nothing to do with it." I'm like,
No, we didn't have anything to do with it, but
no,
the
personally, I
the
get that.
the flag that we pledge allegiance to and the national anthem that we play before every sporting event, that group, that country, hey, they did it. And to me, I mean, it should be right there with slavery
Sure.
on like social justice causes.
Well, what's fascinating is like the U.S. government seems to have just worked out some sort of payment method with some of these nations, and like it's all been hush hush ever since. And so like I get worried that like maybe some of these nations are getting exploited. You know what I mean? Like again by their own people, possibly. Who knows?
Oh, they are. They've
It's
been getting
just
exploited by their own people since day one.
well,
I mean,
mean,
the whole
William
deal.
McIntosh, right?
That's what I was fixing. That's where I was going. Macintosh, that's why they killed him.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. He exploited. He sold the land of his people. He exploited them, for sure.
They should at least waited till the check cleared.
Right?
What
They
I'm
should have
saying?
found the money before they killed him.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Not their best moment.
No, not at all. In Christianity, I actually got a book recently about Christianity in Latin America, and I figure it's probably going to paint a very similar picture as North America. And so I'm really interested to dive into that material and kind of learn more about it because, again, like I said, whatever happened in South America is probably very similar to what actually happened here. And so I'll just be fascinated to get into that, man. Yeah, Christianity's role in all of it.
Yeah.
But not to leave it right there. I want to can we move on to my next weekend review thing here real quick, man?
Because yeah, of course.
That kind of ties into it. Speaking of Christianity, my daughter, my middle child, Lana, she got baptized this weekend, man.
Do the thing, the sound thing. Don't you have some hand claps or something?
Yeah. Oh, that was loud.
It just does it one time.
Well, as long as I hold the button down.
We'll give some claps. Okay. I don't hear it.
You don't get it?
No, all I heard was yeah, and then it went away.
Oh man, I hope it actually comes through. We'll see.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, she got baptized this weekend, man, and big deal. She was able to make that decision for herself, and identify with the death, burial, and resurrection of Christ. And it was just, it's a really proud moment as a parent. But it got me thinking when I was getting ready that morning to go to her baptism. I was putting on my Argyle socks. You know what I'm talking about? Those fancy socks.
Yeah.
Those nice ones, that feel good on your feet.
How do you spell Argyle?
Argyle. Maybe.
L-E socks. Oh, okay.
You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. Them little nerdy socks.
The nice ones. They feel good on your feet. The fancy
little
socks,
stripes
dude.
and stuff.
Yeah, with the little patterns on them sometimes. You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. Yeah. I love an occasion to wear those socks.
Really?
Oh, I love it. I don't like dressing up, but when I get to wear those fancy socks, man, it makes me feel so different, dude. Just putting them socks on.
Do you know what kind of occasions I love when it comes to socks?
Tell me.
Ones that don't require them.
Yeah. Yeah.
If if it's over flip flops, it's usually too fancy for me.
Look, I enjoy a good flip flop party as well. You know what I mean? I'm not hating. I'm just saying that I do like the change up and wearing those fancy socks occasionally. It feels
Uh,
good on my feet, man.
Here's some rainbow ones.
Oh, I don't need them. I don't need them. The rainbow means something so different nowadays.
Yeah. Here's some
I do
rainbow
not.
ones.
I do not need any rainbow Argyle socks.
Um, you can get some Denver Bronco Argyles.
No, I'm good on that, man. I'm good on that. But that does. Wait, what happened with your weekend? What'd you guys do this weekend?
I'm not really sure. Let's see.
How does, how's that?
Well, okay. So Friday, I got up. Oh, let's see. No. Friday, I went and ate lunch
Okay.
at a local wing joint because I like wings.
Yeah.
I like wings and flip flops.
Praise God.
I mean, I went to the welding supply store,
Hmm.
got some welding supplies.
Sounds about right for that place.
Yeah, that's a good place to get welding supplies.
Yeah.
I don't really like the people that own it, but there's not that many choices. So,
Sure.
whatever.
We got to call them out by name or no?
No, it's just some of them people that were born on third and think they hit it to triple.
Right. I got you. What else? What else did you do this weekend, man?
I worked on, I wasn't supposed to work on anything this weekend.
Right.
I still worked on something. I went to a tractor show for about an hour.
Okay. Right on.
Had some good lemonade. Shout out to Parker Lanes.
Heyo.
They I want them on the race car next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Parker Lane.
Oh.
Shout out Parker Lane. Come on.
Watched No Country for Old Men for the first time.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And we texted about it for just a second. What did you think, ma'am?
Well, I understand the whole movie now that I've thought about it. I understand the title now.
Uh-huh.
And I'm becoming that guy.
Mm. Mm.
Not the killer, the cop.
No. Sure. Sure.
I think we all become Tommy Lee Jones if we live long enough.
Sad, right?
Yeah.
It's really sad.
I was
It's
a little
such a good
disappointed.
movie.
I was a
Such
little disappointed in some of the things in it.
Mhm.
Like, okay, I don't want to get into too much of it because I'm sure there's people that haven't seen it yet.
Right.
But when they killed dude at the hotel, it was so uneventful.
Yeah.
Like he had been through so much,
Hmm.
and we saw all this stuff, and now we're just at a murder scene. And I'm like,
Well,
okay, Coen Brothers, you know, this is
wouldn't that be more like how it was, though? Like how it actually would happen?
I guess so. I want one of those things though that bad guy had.
Oh, yeah. The little air.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
thing was pretty cool.
How
I
much
also
do you think that thing was shooting?
I don't know. That's what they use to dispatch cows.
Air?
Yeah, that little tink, that thing's real.
No.
Yeah,
No way.
yeah.
Oh, man. That sounds terrible.
I
I thought
and
they
I
did
watched.
like a needle through the head or something like that.
No, it's kind of a needle.
It's kind of a needle. It's an air needle.
I watched a movie called Hell or High Water.
That's on Netflix, isn't it?
I don't know if it's on Netflix or not. I don't think it is. I
Okay.
rented it. I hope it's not on Netflix because I paid for it.
Tell me about it.
It's a 2016 movie with the dude Jeff Bridges is in it,
Yes.
and the Native American Mexican guy that's in everything. This you would know him if you saw him. I think he plays. I think in Yellowstone he is the guy that runs the casino or owns the casino or something like that.
Okay.
But it turns out that they run into these cowboys on the side of the road that are herding some cattle,
Hmm.
and Taylor Sheridan's one of the cowboys, and I'm like,
Oh, no way.
okay. So then I go, he wrote the movie, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, now it all makes sense. It's about these two brothers that are trying to save their ranch, and they're robbing banks. And Jeff Bridges
Okay.
is a Texas Ranger that's fixing to retire.
Gotcha. That sounds fascinating.
It's a very good
Hell or
movie.
High Water?
Hell or High Water.
All right, I'll check that out, man. I will check that out.
I don't want to give any. I've seen. So if you're on TikTok, you might have seen the clip where these two Texas Rangers are like in this restaurant in West Texas, and the woman's like, "Hey, what don't you want?" You know, 'cause she's like real, like, you know, it's one of these restaurants they got a steak,
Mm.
and
Mhm.
that's it. And
Right,
she
right,
goes,
right.
"What don't you want?" And he's like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Well, either you don't want the corn on the cob or you don't want the green beans." And then she goes, "Steaks cooked medium rare." And the guy goes, "No, I think I want my meat. No, steaks are cooked medium rare." You know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
she's actually, it was the same woman as she's in Old Country, No Country for Old Men too.
Oh.
She's one of the, that woman is got a small part in it as well. She is one of the motel office ladies.
Yeah, the one who was like kind of rude to him or whatever.
Yeah, it's that
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
that same woman.
yeah. Giving him
It's
a
like
hard time and stuff.
she only knows how to play one character.
Yeah, yeah. That's funny.
That was pretty much my weekend.
Okay. Hey, that's not a bad weekend, man.
No, there was not much football on. I watched Tennessee put it to Oklahoma.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
I didn't watch any of the college football. I'm not gonna
and then
lie.
I watched the Saints lose.
Oh, yes.
I was happier about the Saints losing than I would have been if the Falcons won.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I guess I expected the Falcons to lose. You know what I mean? If they
Yeah.
pulled off a win, if they somehow pulled off a win, it would have been cool. Don't get me wrong. Would have been awesome.
Did you watch the last few minutes? Did you watch? I guess we're going right into the football wrap up.
Yeah, we are.
Did you watch the last few minutes of that game?
I watched the highlights. Yeah,
They gave them every opportunity in that last possession.
man.
That what it was almost 20 yards in penalties.
How did they even get the ball back again? Is my question. Like, how does Kansas City even give them the ball back? Kansas City got the ball with like what 4 minutes, 3 minutes left, and somehow
Yeah.
the Falcons got it back with 2 minutes and some change. It
Yeah.
was like, what the heck is going on here? I couldn't believe they even got that last possession. I could have sworn the second to last possession they had, it was like, oh, you guys are going to march right down the field and score. Like, this is
Yeah.
it. This is going to happen. And then nothing. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Just
they
complete
played decent football. I think they got a good team.
They have a good team. They've just got to figure out their play calling, man. Like, those two runs there towards the end were not good calls. Like, I think it was the last two plays they called were runs, and they
Yeah.
both got stuffed.
And they were 4 in inches
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
fourth in inches, and they couldn't do like a tush push or a quarterback sneak because of the quarterback's injuries.
Yeah. And he's
So-
$100 million man.
Yeah.
You got to think about that.
him.
You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
don't want all the 300-pound linemen falling on him.
No, we can't hurt Kirk Cousins.
But shoot, that's about it for the football wrap up. If you ask me, dude, I have nothing else to really talk about. Screw football.
I think actually that team in Florida might have accidentally won a game.
No way. FSU?
Yeah.
Oh, dang it. Dang it.
We haven't talked about him in a while, but
Mhm.
we do need to while he's still alive.
Yes.
So we're not, all right. We will do an emergency podcast when Jimmy Carter dies.
Yeah, for sure. We've talked about him way too much on this show to not do
There will
something.
be a bonus podcast. We will watch the news and all that. His birthday is coming up.
Yep, October 1st, man.
October 1st.
10-1. He's going to be 100.
Yes. Does he make it?
Oh, for sure, dude. I have faith in him. I was just looking at some pictures of him at his wife's funeral, though, at his wife's memorial service, and he did look really rough. I mean, he looked really rough.
They were talking about Jimmy Carter endorsed Camilla for president. Jimmy Carter ain't endorsing nothing but applesauce.
Yeah. I saw a quote.
That was his little grandson doing that crap and say, "Oh, this is what Grandpa wants."
Absolutely. I saw a quote saying that Jimmy Carter just hopes to live long enough to vote for Harris. Get out of this town. He does not care about
He
that.
don't care about presidency anymore.
No, absolutely not. Yeah, I did see a little clip of his grandson at his. They did a 100th birthday celebration for him here in Atlanta at the Fox Theater. They had a bunch of musicians out there. No one I'm super familiar with, but they did have like Dwayne Betts and a couple of big names out there. It was pretty cool. It was nice to see, the city of Atlanta and the state of Georgia really show up for Jimmy up there. Even though I don't know. No, I've not seen any sort of footage or clips or anything of him actually being there. His grandson, like I was saying earlier, his grandson did show up to the thing and was like walking down the red carpet and giving little interviews as he did that. But Jimmy himself, of course, did not show up. But yeah, his grandson is. I didn't like the way he talked. Something about him rubbed me the wrong way.
He's got that. Does he have that? I'm not gay, but I'm from Atlanta sound.
Well, he kind of had the look to him like, I'm not gay. See, I'm carrying a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's his beard. I think is what they call that.
Yeah. But I got an interesting story about Jimmy, if you don't mind, dude.
Okay. Share us a Jimmy story.
I don't think I've ever talked about this on the podcast before. So growing up where I did, I happened to go to the same high school as one of Jimmy's grandsons.
Oh, cool.
He has since passed. He died at like 28 or something like that. He died pretty young.
You know why?
Go ahead.
Jimmy Carter needed that energy. Grandpa needed that energy.
Dude.
He sucked the energy out of that kid, dude.
Well, there's reports that he still showed up for Sunday school that day to teach. The day his grandson died, he still showed up and taught the Sunday school, no problem.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but I went to high school with his grandson, and there was a couple of days that we may or may not have met each other on the way out the back door, skipping school. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And because there's only a couple of good spots to sneak out of school if you're trying to bail in the middle of the day, right?
Yeah.
And so me and him crossed paths about this, a couple of times sneaking out of school.
So when you sneak out of school like that, and you didn't plan on running in, like y'all didn't plan it together, like when y'all got, is it like when they jailbreak in these movies and they don't really talk to each other, they just kind of keep moving? Is that how it was?
Yeah, pretty much, man. We both, of course, spotted each other in this place we're both not supposed to be.
Head nod,
you know what I mean?
and just keep walking.
Exactly, pretty much. And so once we got off school premises, though, me and him never were like friends or anything. We were somewhat of acquaintances,
Yeah.
He grew up not that far from me. But anyway, we would run into each other occasionally. But those times when we would skip school, man, it's as soon as we got off school premises, he'd be like, and this is allegedly, he'd be like, hey man, you want a cigarette? And I'd be like, yeah, I was a high schooler, of course I do. And I go over there. He had these presidential cigarettes, man. He had these complimentary cigarettes that they handed out on Air Force One. And they changed them for every single presidency. But you would get, and he had cartons of them at his house. He had presidential cigarettes. I'm going to send you a picture of them right now. I'm pulling a picture up to send to you. I'll put it up here for our YouTube viewers and Spotify viewers to check out too. But yeah, this is exactly what the pack looked like. And you would get them on Air Force One. And so, yeah, that's my story, man. I got to share presidential cigarettes with the grandson of Jimmy Carter.
Dude, y'all were smoking like skunk 30-year-old government cigarettes.
They were Class A, brother.
It's a wonder that didn't like trigger your MK Ultra.
Oh my gosh, that would be hilarious.
What if that counteracted it?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, maybe that keeps the chemtrails out of my brain.
So, did they have a marking on who packaged them?
No, not that I recall. And you might be able to do, some Google research and figure it out. I just pulled up a quick picture of what they look like. But
it looked like a Marlboro.
Yeah, they stopped giving them out. I think after Reagan, I think Bush quit giving them out and started giving out packs of M&Ms instead.
I bet Obama gave them out. He
No,
probably
dude,
had his own cartons of cigarettes.
Cools.
Yeah.
Right? You remember him saying that? You remember him saying how he smoked Cools?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, so that's my story, man. I was thinking about that earlier today when I knew we were going to talk about Jimmy, and I just wanted to bring that up because it's pretty sweet, man. I was smoking these nasty old presidential cigarettes, skipping school with Jimmy Carter's grandson.
Do you think Diddy smoked presidential cigarettes?
We're going to get to him a little bit later in the show, man. We gotta have an ad break before we do that.
Sounds good to me.
Thanks for sticking with us through this ad break, guys. I'm here to tell you about one of our sponsors, Eileen Ayers with Bush Realty. You can check her out at movingcoweta.com for all of your real estate needs in the metro Atlanta area. That's movingcoweta.com. Eileen Ayers with Bush Realty. Now back to the show.
And we're back. There's a hurricane, John.
There's several, right? And there are kind of several forming.
Yeah, there's several, but the one that we're watching,
yep,
is gonna be Hurricane Helena.
Yep.
And
why are we going to be watching that one, Chucker?
Because it's gonna dump some rain on us.
Eventually, it'll get up in here to Georgia. But is that the one that's going to come close to the ship as well?
Yeah, so mom and dad's on cruise. As of midnight last night, they haven't even talked to them about the fact that there's a hurricane developing down there around them.
Get out of here. They haven't told any of the passengers.
No.
But the passengers know, obviously.
If they've got the Wi-Fi.
Oh, no.
And dad's just got the package where he can send text messages.
Dude, what if there's some people who are like, I'm using this to disconnect?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they go out there with no phones, no technology, nothing. And they have no clue that there's a hurricane on its way to them, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
Where was that point they're almost at?
So right now they're at Costa Maya.
Okay.
The hurricane, the center of the low that the hurricane hunters are flying over right now, is almost exactly due east of them.
Oh gosh. So they're going to get all that battering of the
and it's just a low right now. And I was trying to find like a wave height generator thing to see.
Oh, right. To see what their seas are like, man.
Yeah.
They might be getting some rough seas too.
Yeah,
I
they
didn't even
might.
think about that, dude.
Yeah. So they're either going to be right in front of it coming back or right behind it coming back. 'Cause
And they're not
tomorrow,
going to stay on the land.
no,
They're not going to like try to hunker down, play it safe. Like, let's wait this thing out a day or two, and then
no,
just
no. They'd be safer on the boat because the boat can put it in high gear and get out of there.
it's going to outrun a hurricane.
Yeah, you can outrun
Really?
a hurricane if you
Wow.
know where it's at. Like right now, it's so tomorrow morning. So they'll be in Cozumel tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll be just south of Cozumel, and
Yeah.
it's only going to have 45-mile-an-hour winds.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So it's not really going to pick up till it gets into the Gulf proper.
Right.
Looking at
Get
the
all that
cone of
warm
uncertainty,
water,
huh?
Getting all that warm water in the Gulf or whatever.
Yeah. And
Pick
right
up
now,
some
looking at the cone of uncertainty, anywhere from like Destin all the way over to Tampa
Mm.
is in the cone of uncertainty.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's going to be that's a pretty big area.
Yeah.
I mean, that includes a lot of basically all your vacation destinations.
Yeah. My freaking summer vacation, my fall vacation is coming up.
No.
I'm watching this thing. My buddy is going down there with us. He's going to his mom's condo today to get all the stuff off the balcony.
Yeah.
You know,
Dang, man. That sucks. I hope it doesn't tear apart any of the towns too bad. Hopefully this one will kind of die out. You never know.
they said it could. There's a possibility that it could die out because there's some
course there's
dry air
possibility.
coming
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
But still, man, they're talking Thursday 110-mile-an-hour winds.
Golly.
That's fast.
Ooh, that's fast. That picks up a lot of things and dumps them in other places.
Yeah.
Tears things apart.
If you're driving, what, 55, 65 down, say about 60 down the road,
Mm-hmm.
and another car passes you running 60,
Mm-hmm.
your closing rate is like 120.
That's right.
So you can guess on how that wind would look. Yeah.
Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Well, hopefully Helena will die out. That's the name of it. What'd you say? Helena, right?
Helena.
That's my street name.
Oh, Hurricane Helena coming to a cul-de-sac near you.
Yeah.
We're looking at serious amounts of rainfall.
Like how much?
Let's see here.
So the rain's the bigger concern more
For
than the
us.
wind. Yeah.
For us.
By the time it gets up here.
Let's see. It's Friday. Thursday, we're looking at rain and 15-mile-an-hour winds. And Friday, we're looking at rain and 11-mile-an-hour winds.
All right. Prepare yourselves, Georgians. We know what
We
to
will.
do.
Riding the storm out.
And we're also going to raid all of the bread and milk
Go
From
get
the
bread
stove.
and milk.
and toilet paper. We're going to raid it all. It's
Look,
going to be like COVID all over again just for a hurricane.
how come we get bread and milk, but we don't get like milk and cereal?
Right. What are you going to do with bread and milk?
I mean, I'd rather have Captain Crunch.
You don't want to break your bread up and eat it like cereal?
No.
Like what else would you do? Dip your bread in the milk. What are people doing with bread and milk, man?
I don't know, but I found something worse.
Okay. Lay it on me.
Because the ad just popped up.
Oh.
And for a limited time, you can get Coca-Cola flavored Oreos and Oreo flavored Coke Zero.
No. Mm-mm. I don't want anything to do with any of that. No, that sounds awful, dude.
Have you ever had a Coca-Cola cake?
I've had a Coca-Cola cake. That's decent,
So,
I
I'm
guess.
wondering if the Oreos are going to taste like that.
I don't know though. Coke Zero?
I don't want to drink the Coke. I don't want to drink it, but I would eat it.
You'd eat the Oreo flavored. You'd eat the Oreo that's flavored like Coke.
Would try it. I would try it before I tried to drink.
That drink sounds disgusting, dude. I
It
don't
sounds
know.
like a highly carbonated Guinness.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm much more of a classic like Oreo and milk guy.
Yeah. So let's close that out.
Ugh. Next on the list of notes, man, let us in on a little bit of the inside knowledge down there in Spalding County, brother.
I'm fixing to go on a little rant here.
All right. All right. I can't wait.
All right. They have been trying to get a casino at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Okay.
A casino would bring jobs for the middle class, for the lower middle class.
Mm-hmm.
A casino would provide entertainment for the upper middle class.
Sure.
Of course, the people who oppose the casino said it will bring a wave of crime and prostitution to the area.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they've noticed this, but there's already crime and prostitution in the area. You know, I swear, man, the people that oppose it, all they do is watch that show Vegas
Yeah.
that used to be on, and they're like, "This is what would happen if we had a casino in Atlanta."
Yeah. Yeah.
They
They
think
think it's going to be like Phoenix City.
yeah, Phoenix City, Back to the Future 2 or 3, where Biff's got a casino.
Oh, right. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they think it would be like that. I don't know. I've been through Cherokee, and it don't look like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that nice outside of the casino. Like there's a little motel hotel across the street that's closed
Sure.
down.
Sure.
Understandable.
Yep.
But I say all that to say this. Why are you opposed to the casino, but you're not opposed to the video gambling that we have at gas stations and now Kroger? Okay, if you're going to be opposed to it, be opposed to it. So you actually believe that they're just giving out gift cards when people and that's okay. That's okay. You can justify the fact that this dude over here this guy, there's a convenience store they just put in right down from my house.
Mm-hmm.
The whole purpose of it is to have video gambling.
That's the whole purpose. Like they built it around the video gambling.
They built a spot for it when they remodeled it.
Okay. I got you.
And it ain't like they sell that, and they basically got a head shop in there. I mean, yeah, you can go get a cold Pepsi every now and then.
Yeah.
But, you know, most of the stuff they sell is accessories
And video gambling.
Now,
Yeah.
if that's what you want to spend your money on, that's fine. But quit hiding the loophole.
Sure.
You
Sure.
know?
I'm tired of that as well. It seems like such a backdoor thing that everybody's okay with. And the fact that it's at Kroger is kind of crazy, man. Like who can't go grocery shopping without playing a little video gambling? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
if you're struggling that much, we should not encourage that as a society.
Right. Now, I have not seen anybody actually sitting at the video gambling machines at Kroger,
Okay.
which tells me that they're paying out gift cards and gift certificates. Now, you go to these gas stations and they'll be slam full.
Oh, yeah.
There's one in Griffin that you go in and they got their Cokes and their beer and all that. And then they got this little corridor. And the reason I found it is because I was trying to go to the bathroom one day and I thought that was the corridor to the bathroom. And it's a big old freaking video gambling thing. They were back there smoking.
Oh, yeah.
Just cutting up, having a good time. And I'm like, this. So why is it okay for this little dude with this little gas station
Mm-hmm.
to have this video gambling back here,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't want a casino up by the racetrack that will bring in a hotel, possibly like a Roost Chris Steakhouse style
Sure.
restaurant to the south side,
Sure. And at least a couple hundred jobs.
a couple hundred jobs. They're talking about putting an amusement park in too.
Add 50 more.
Yeah, so we don't want that. We don't
Right.
want something to do, but we're
Right.
gonna let this little pissant gas station owner run this illegal run this legal
Sure.
gambling operation
Sure.
and not say a word about it.
Right. Right. I totally agree with you, man. I don't understand why. And look, I'm not even necessarily now the ones at Kroger, I do kind of think that's a little ridiculous, but I'm
It's a
not
little
necessarily advocating for like shutting down all the video gambling at gas stations. I just think it's absurd that they would oppose a place to go and do that, like a singular place, a casino
Yeah.
that could drive up, the money in the area, literally pick up the area a little bit.
Yeah.
Every way with tax dollars, just the water bill alone from a casino, right?
Right.
Or the alcohol licensing alone for a casino. Like
Right.
all of these things, you factor in all those things. That's so much money for the city of Griffin because that's that
Well,
water bill is going to be on city,
It'd
right?
be
Like all
Henry
the,
County. It'd be Henry County, but still.
oh, Henry County.
Yeah, by the racetrack. It would be on racetrack property.
Oh, I thought
But
you were talking
still,
about down there, but still
no,
same concept, right? How much
still,
money are you getting from that, and you're going to turn it all down? That seems
yeah.
insane, man. That seems insane.
But I know the people of Griffin are opposed to it big time. But they're
Why?
opposed
They
to
think it'll bring
everything.
they think it'll bring the same thing to your area.
Yes.
Sure. I remember Peachtree City thought that along forever, and that's why they fought for MARTA not to come down to like Fairburn or Tyrone or any of that.
Yeah.
They
Well, that's
fought
why they
tooth
did.
and nail for it.
Remember, they wanted to put the Wolf Lodge in Peachtree City.
Yeah.
Great Wolf Lodge in Peachtree City,
Yep.
and they fought to get that not brought in.
Yeah, for sure. Which
and
is
now,
nuts. Imagine that water bill. Imagine that electricity bill. All those pumps
yeah,
running. Golly.
I don't understand. Like Griffin, especially for years, people have tried to put a go-kart track in. Like a
Mhm.
like go-kart and like Dixieland.
Sure.
They wouldn't approve it.
It makes so much sense for your area because you have the space down there in Spalding County and in
Yep.
Griffin.
Yep.
It just makes a lot, and you have such a history of like racing. Why not put a go-kart racing track out there? Or you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Why not put some kind of permanent go-kart place for
But
people out
by golly, if we need to put a park in, we'll put a park in.
there? Or the pickleball courts, right?
Our pickleball courts. We'll fund a pickleball court, an aquatic center. We'll put that in. We got an
Yeah.
aquatic center. Now, the people that we're going to put the go-kart track in, they're
Yeah.
not asking for government money. They're just
Right.
asking for permission to have it.
Right.
Okay. We're going back to the 90s on this conversation, but
Okay.
same mentality, same
Sure.
names are in charge.
Sure.
They're saying, I want to put this in so people will have something to do, and then you get tax revenue off of it. No, we
Right.
don't. We think that would bring in the wrong crowd.
That's absolutely insane, man.
So now you got your young people that are in Griffin. What are they supposed to be doing? Going huddling up at somebody's house?
Mm-hmm.
You know? It's just. I
Yeah,
don't
you
know,
got to
man.
give these youngins something to do, man.
And I just don't get it. I don't understand the resistance to it. But you're okay with, like, going back to the gambling. You're okay with it being at the gas station,
Yeah.
but you're going to resist an actual organization come in
Yeah.
that would actually bring something more than a fountain drink place in.
Right. It's
Because
crazy.
You think it would be bad for the area,
It's crazy.
but you're going to let this little gas station owner sit there and basically run a illegal casino.
Right. There's nothing worse going to happen at a casino than happens at any of the bars in Henry County.
Right.
Right. Like any given night at a bar, there's nothing worse going to happen at the casino.
Well, heck, you're going to give cops an opportunity to work overtime,
Yeah,
and work security
that's right.
and stuff like that. But
That's
I
right.
I don't understand the mentality of it. I've never been a nanny state guy anyway.
Right.
Let people make their own decisions.
Sure.
Then you got the whole church view on it. Well, they don't need to be gambling. Well,
Yeah. Is it going to
maybe.
stop them though? Like people are going to gamble.
Right. So okay, so we're gonna have the Georgia lottery.
Hmm.
All right. So, well, that's going to education,
Right.
and I don't have to play it. Well, you don't have to go to the casino, lady.
Right. Exact same thing.
And what else? What else would they say? Oh well, I just don't want my kids to exposed to it.
So
Well,
silly.
Your kids aren't going to be exposed to it because they're not old enough to go unless you
Right.
take them.
Right.
Well,
And
my husband,
they're going to
not
know what a
spoons.
casino is, and if they can't know, like if your kids are fragile to the point where you can't explain what a casino is, that's not on society, that's not on everybody else, that's on you
Okay, but then
as
you
the
walk
parent.
into the gas station with those same kids, and there's people over here in the corner playing video games. They think,
Right. That's true. It sure
why
looks
they
like
playing
video
them
games,
video
doesn't it?
games, Mom?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want to play the video game.
Dude, now you're getting into like the flavored vape stuff.
Yeah,
It's all directed at the kids, man.
that's like why they run Winston out of NASCAR. The government did under
Yeah.
Clinton because
Yeah.
some kid was going to see Dale Earnhardt hoist the Winston Cup and go out and buy a carton of cigarettes and get lung cancer.
Yeah, that's so crazy, man. That's so crazy. That's such a weird take on the
In
whole
tw-
situation.
They snuck a thing into a bill in 2020 that by 2026 all cars had to have a kill switch that can tell if someone is drunk or not.
What?
Yep,
How's the car going to be able to tell that?
I don't know. So what happens when somebody with cerebral palsy gets in there and tries to drive?
Right.
Is it going to think they're drunk?
Or me or you after a long night of work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we've been up for God knows how long at that point.
I'm
Is it
gonna
going
have
to think we're drunk?
stop and take a nap on the way home, which I've done before. But
I mean, I've done it before too, but not since I moved. Not since I moved like 6 miles away from work. I haven't had that issue.
didn't you fall asleep at Walmart one time?
Oh yeah, I fell asleep in the Walmart parking lot for sure. Yeah, yeah. I woke up to the cop tapping on my glass, like, "Hey, buddy, this is not where you sleep." It was kind of like Hope Solo, but a little less action.
Mm. I don't think I'd ever compare myself to Hope Solo in any way.
No, man, it just made me think about when the cop was like, "Hey, lady, you can't be sleeping here."
Oh, is this not a good place to sleep?
Yeah, I was what?
Uh,
That's such a silly video.
what else is in the news?
Dude, we're ready to move on to the conspiracy corner if it's all good with you.
You hit me with this new conspiracy.
All right,
thing.
here it is. And here's your tongue twister.
Okay.
Diddy didn't kill himself.
Diddy didn't kill. Look, dude. Let's talk about Diddy. Diddy didn't kill himself. This net, from what I'm hearing, is cast wide, dude.
What, the names that are going to be associated with this?
Yes. Jay-Z,
Yep.
J-Lo,
Ooh. Jenny from the Block, bro?
Jenny from the Block.
But does that include Ben Affleck?
Maybe that's why Ben Affleck can't stay with her.
Maybe.
He just don't get down like that.
It's the
He
freak
just-
offs. It's the Diddy
just
freak offs he can't do.
He just wants to go smoke a cigarette out behind the in the alley.
Look miserable.
and look miserable. Usher,
Ugh.
Pink.
But Usher also publicly split from Diddy. I will say that
Yeah.
a number of years before all of these allegations came out. So, for
Uh,
whatever that's worth,
He screwed up Justin Bieber. Beaver.
Beaver.
Bieber.
Yeah. I agree with you. Yes.
Like, I just looked up the Diddy list.
Okay.
Cuba,
Cuba Gooding Jr.
yeah.
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 Carl Winslow is on there somewhere.
Yeah.
I
Jay-Z,
saw
Drake, Dr.
Oh,
Dre,
Oh,
Dr.
man.
Dre,
Yo.
LeBron,
Yo.
Meek Mill, which we already knew about that one. Bishop T.D. Jakes.
Yeah. Heard about that one. That was a
pretty
good
good.
impression.
That was pretty good. Rick Ross, Usher,
Of course. Yeah.
Simmons. There's a big old list somewhere. There's some things. There's a new Justin Bieber song out, or it's an old Justin Bieber song about him trading his soul or something like that.
Yeah, I heard that, man. I heard that. That popped up in my algorithm, of course, after I started doing a little digging on the Diddy stuff. And yeah, it's like lost myself at a Diddy party.
Yeah.
I was in it for the Lamborghini, wound up selling my soul or something like that. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Kevin Spacey,
Anybody surprised?
Danny Masterson, which he's
No.
already been.
Yeah, anybody surprised there? Kevin Spacey, all the charges were dropped against him. So,
What's the Kevin Hart?
oh, Kevin Hart is also implicated in this?
Yeah.
Oh, man. But not Kevin Spacey, America's greatest actor?
No. Let's see. You know, Denzel always said, you can go to a Diddy party, but you got to leave before midnight because that's when the devil shows up.
I trust Denzel.
Yeah. If Denzel says it's a bad deal, it's a bad deal.
Yeah. Yeah. That's really disappointing yet not surprising on most of those names. I got to be honest with you. You know, Dre, I'm disappointed, but I guess not surprised.
Possibly Barack Obama.
Again, disappointed, not surprised.
Guess who's not on the list? Cat Williams.
Yeah, you ain't gonna find Cat Williams or 50 Cent on that list.
50. So 50 Cent has been making this documentary for 10 years.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be coming out, I think, in January.
Yeah.
On Netflix.
Talk about playing the long game, dude.
Dude, did you hear what he did to Ja Rule?
No.
So Ja Rule taught some crap on him back in the day.
Okay.
So he didn't say nothing back. He went and bought out the first 4 rows of his concert here recently.
I did hear, I have heard that story before. Yeah. That's hilarious. So it could feel empty.
Yeah.
Oh, so rough, bro. That's
Yeah.
so
And
rough.
then he said, well, you know, the tickets wasn't but like $15 a piece, so it didn't cost much.
Dang, dude. Fitty got him.
Dude, whoever would have thought Fitty would have been the guy that's like breaking all this down.
Right. He'd be the guy to expose a sex ring, essentially.
Yeah.
You know, it's what it sounds like: exploitation, sex trafficking, probably involved with it, at least sexual extortion. Who knows, dude? Who knows what all will be alleged in this? And I mean, there's been video now. There's video proof of him beating his girlfriend or fiance or wife, whatever she is, and like dragging her by the hair. Like, this guy is going down, I hope, for a long time.
Will Smith.
Not shocked.
Yeah, there's a long list of celebrities that have, and Diddy videoed all of it,
Yeah,
so he
Yeah.
knew what he was doing the whole
Sure.
time.
for sure, dude. It was all about the blackmail. Same as I think Jeffrey Epstein, right? Same as him. He was videoing all that stuff that happened at the island, not for his. I don't even think it was for his personal enjoyment. It was just to be able to hold it over those people's heads later. Don't get me wrong. I think he was a sick freak, but just saying.
Yeah,
And that's why
definitely.
That's why we will never see the Epstein list, and we
Uh,
probably won't ever see the actual Diddy list.
No, I don't think we'll see the full Diddy list. There's there court documents say that Tupac murder suspect implicated Diddy in the killing.
Mm, interesting. So maybe they can, in some way, pin that on him too.
So what if he killed Tupac because Tupac was going to out him right then?
Maybe. Well, what about Biggie? There's been allegations that he's connected even with Biggie's murder, and that was his boy.
Yeah, I don't doubt that would Biggie.
You know what I mean? So maybe Biggie was like, I'm not into this. Like, this isn't me.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're not going to talk about it on our podcast because we keep things PG-13. But the evidence that was found at his New York apartment or whatever is overwhelming. Let's just say that.
If you feel like it, you can search Diddy and 748.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. If you can, yeah.
Just, no kids around.
No. But we're going to keep it PG-13 on the show. So yeah, that's the conspiracy. Diddy didn't kill himself. Do you think he winds up dead? How many beans? Does he wind up dead?
4 beans, he ends up dead. And it'll be suicide. He's already on suicide watch.
I saw that, man. He's already on suicide watch as of 2 days ago. We know what that means. We know that means he's going to get put off in some isolated wing of the prison where no one else can see. The cameras have been splotchy over here on this end of the building lately. These security guards have been written up a couple times. That's why they're in no man's land over here. And yeah, we all know the story.
Yeah, it's a big one.
That's a big one. That's a big one. Big net, dude. It's terrifying to think that it went on as long as it did. Honestly.
Variety's got an article that come out on the 13th that says Eminem. The headline is Eminem connects Diddy to Tupac and Biggie murders in new song.
Oh, sweet. Leave it to M, dude.
And M is big buddies with 50.
Absolutely, yeah.
So they're going after them together.
I mean, why not?
We might as well just bring Kid Rock in and Ted Nugent to go ahead and just go do the heavy work.
You know what's funny though? Like Eminem got popular off of rapping about songs where he would describe beating his wife and like all this other stuff. Or I guess not his wife, maybe his baby mama or something. I'm just saying, like it's a little funny.
Yeah. No. Eminem.
Yeah.
You want a meme?
Dude, you got a meme for me? Let's hit the meme of the week.
Yeah. Let's see here. I've got a couple.
All right.
Trying to let's see. I'm gonna go this one because 'tis the season.
All right. Oh, here it is. Candy corn gets all this slander every year. Meanwhile, trash circus peanuts go by every year with no smoke. That is such a good point. Those are the trashiest candy ever known to man.
It's nasty.
I've never had a good one. Never one time in my life have I taken a bite out of that and thought, oh, that was good. Never.
But we've killed bags of freaking candy corn at work.
Oh, for sure, dude. I could eat so much candy corn.
If one of us was to go to the grocery store and get a bag of candy corn before work, it would be gone when we left.
More than likely. Yes. And yet, these crappy circus peanuts sneak by.
Nobody ever says a word about the circus peanuts.
They're so gross, dude. Oh, ugh.
They're probably the worst thing that's ever been invented.
That's a great, true meme. Thank you, Chucker. Ugh.
Yeah.
They deserve more hate.
We're gonna do double memes today.
All right, double
I
meme.
feel
Here
like
we go.
We got the time.
When one door closes, another door opens. Boeing. It's picking to the 737 Max. That's hilarious. First of all, they're really going through it right now, old Boeing. And
they have a big strike going on.
Yes, they do. They're no longer in production of that 737. Yeah, the crew that builds those 737s is on strike. They want more money. They want better insurance. All that stuff. Apparently, they hadn't gotten a raise in 10 years or some nonsense. And so,
good night. Well, they ain't putting bolts in.
Yeah. Well, I think that just goes to reflect, sometimes you do hire a better class of worker when you do raise the pay rate, right? There's something about that.
Telling us at work.
I mean, you and I may not be the best examples of it. I'm just saying. I'll speak for myself. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. That's I'm trying to figure out how to get back to the notes. There we go. All right.
We're done, dude. We just got to shout out you for having a birthday this week, big guy, man. Thursday, you are turning 45, right?
Yeah. You
Not
know what you're
call you out on that, but I mean, that's a big deal, dude.
I'd like to, maybe somebody will give me a 45 for my 45th birthday.
That would be pretty sweet. That's an awesome gift.
A Kimber.
Yeah, those things are awesome, man. Those Kimber 1911s. Those are sweet.
I'd love to have one of those, but at the same time, I'm just happy to be here, man.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. 45 years on this earth. Happy birthday coming up here, Chucker.
Of
course, I'm going to see you on your birthday, so it's not that big a deal, I guess.
My body's 45. My mind is 25. My knee is 70.
So. Yeah. Other than your knee, do you got any other really bad, at 45, you got any other concerns where you're like, oh, this body's breaking down?
No, I'm doing pretty good. I mean, look how there's no gray here.
I know you look good in the camera for sure.
There's no gray here. You yourself might have a touch.
Yeah.
So,
I like to keep my beard trimmed only because it kind of cuts out some of the gray. So.
I do always wear a hat though, because,
Yeah.
It's getting a little thin up there, but I'm thinking about going for my 50th birthday. I'm gonna have to make a decision.
Okay.
Do I go Chrome Dome or Trump comb over?
No, man. I say go Mr. Clean.
I'm not going. Have you seen? I got too big a head to go Mr. Clean.
Polish that big son of a gun, dude. Polish that joker. I want to see the reflection of the lights in that thing, man.
I hit my head way too much not to have some kind of protection up there.
Yeah, I think you maybe you Homer Simpson that thing and just horseshoe it. You know what I mean?
Horseshoe it?
Yeah, like Greg Fitzsimmons just rocks the horseshoe all the time.
Yeah, I could do that. Yeah. Like if you haven't watched this TV show called Reservation Dogs, I highly suggest it.
It's so good. Aho, young warrior.
It's pretty good, pretty dang good show.
Yeah.
Also, The Bear.
Yeah. I haven't gotten to that one yet, but I will.
Dude, you got to watch it. It's okay.
I-
So I found out something last night, and this ain't much. There's a handyman in it. That's like they won't ever let him cook. He, he's like, let me cook, man. Let me cook. Turns out in real life, he's a chef. Yeah.
So they.
He's just playing a handyman on the show, but in real life, he's a real life celebrity chef.
Yeah, it's a little bit of irony tied into it. That's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. Who else we got to shout out? We got to shout out Lana. Congratulations, Lana, on getting baptized. I just want to make sure I get that across. That's a big deal, man. Big deal.
Pushing Like a Dump Truck will have another episode coming out soon.
Okay.
I keep forgetting to give you the video files, and Charlie's got to do some follow-up stuff too.
Gotcha.
I've been telling him, I'm like, look, dude, the key to growing it is weekly posting.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. It's a big deal.
They just built a new down there. I was at the speed lab the other day where all the speed U stuff goes on. I'm like, dang, Charlie, they put a nice little lobby in here that would be great for podcasting. You know, you could do it in there. I could do it in there.
Yeah, especially if it looks cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go
man.
over there and get on that daggum Starlink internet and
Heck yeah.
rock and roll.
So shout out Pushing Like a Dump Truck. If you guys
Pushing
haven't
Like a
checked
Dump
it out
Truck.
yet, they've got a couple of episodes to check out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that stuff.
The Eating Chambers.
Yeah, shout out to the Eating Chambers. Check out Chef Drew. He's on there with all the latest tips, tricks, whatever you want to hear. All the content. He's got it.
I think that's all.
That's it, man. We're done. It's been a
Watch
great
out for
episode. Oh, yeah. Watch out for the hurricane. That's episode 163, Chucker. Can you believe that?
It's in the books. Go like and review. Write a comment.
Yeah, there's comments on Spotify now. I think it's really cool. It's a neat way to interact with us. I will be sure to respond to every comment we get, for now at least. So comment. Let us know what you think of the show. Let us know if there's something you want us to talk about or something we missed or whatever.
Oh, I got another shout out.
Go ahead.
If you are in the Spalding County area, it is the Spalding County Fair Week. The Kiwanis Fairgrounds is having their fair.
Yep.
And you can go out there and see one of our listeners, Kevin, and get a corn dog.
There you go. Go check out Kevin Drum.
Kevin Drum,
That's
get
our
a
man,
corn dog
dude.
for Kevin, and tell him Chuck sent you. And let's sell 6 of them.
There you go. That's right. All 6 of our listeners. We appreciate it, Night Shifters. Thanks for tuning in.
Later.